Hey everybody, it's Janet and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a Father's Day card for you. I'm using an art impression stamp called Weekend Warrior. And here I have that in the Misty. I stamped it twice with Memento ink just to get it good and dark. And then I had previously cut out a mask out of heavier just typing paper basically. Cut it out as close as I could to around the edges, and now I'm going to use it to cover up my stamped image, because I'd like to put a little bit of coloration at the bottom and the top of this, and I don't want to cover over my stamp. So I find this works really well as a mask, and I've used some Zig 2-way glue on the mask and it really stays put. Now I did make a little error here. For some reason I got my little blending tools mixed up, and so I used the blue tool on the green and the green tool on the blue, but I realized my mistake and went back to the right colors. So they were a little closer in color than I would have liked them to be, but I wasn't going to start over just for that. So now you can see me peeling off this mask, and you can see how well that stuck, and there was no moving around. That's again using the Zig 2-way glue. Just apply that to the back and let it dry. I then store it between two pieces of wax paper and put it back in my packaging for the next time I want to use the stamp. Well, I'm going to sit back and be real quiet so you can watch me do the rest of the coloring here. I'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy. The paper I'm going to use today comes from this Recollections pad. It doesn't have a name, but it is travel oriented, and these are the 3 sheets I'm going to use, and I have a top fold A2 size card base here in white. So I'm going to cut the base or the background color here in this dark kind of tweedy looking brown paper, and I've cut it to size. It is quite flimsy and thin paper, and you saw I did have a little trouble there, but the little wrinkle that I got in the paper from that mistake isn't going to show, so it's not a problem. But I like that nice brown kind of tweedy color. I'm going to make 2 other card mats here using that coordinating designer paper. Each one is going to be slightly smaller than the other, and they're going to overlap. So I'm just measuring here to kind of get a good feel for the size that I need. And this is the first and the larger one to go. That is going to sit on top, and there you go. There you can see it. I was going to sit. Now I'm measuring again just to kind of get another size dimension for an overlapping piece, and that's going to have the last piece of designer paper there. And on the base of each of these mats are going to be the same craft cardstock, which goes well with the colors in the papers. So I'm going to apply this one, and then it'll be ready to go. Now, I really liked the Weekend Warrior stamp when I saw it from Art Impressions. He is adorable, and I love that, you know, it's kind of a cartoon sort of illustration. They're easy to color. You can shade really easily with them, and they always look great. What I did is I cut down that panel quite a lot, as you can see here, and then mounted that onto some matching craft cardstock. And now I'm going to put all the mats together. So here goes the first one. And then the next one will go over the top of that and overlap, so that really very little of that dark brown paper is going to show, but it's a nice accent back there. Now this next mat is going to go on top, just like I said here. And then the third mat with the actual little illustration with our Weekend Warrior, I'm going to put that one up on foam tape. And just using 3M foam tape for this. It is fairly thin. I don't want a lot of thickness because this is going to be put in the mail. I do have some thicker foam tape I can use when I want a lot more dimension. Don't have to worry about that. But then he'll go right there, and he is so cute. Just love him. I can apply my sentiment now, and I stamped and heat embossed in black on craft paper the sentiment, and then I've got these brads that look like screw heads that I'm going to use, which is perfect for a Father's Day card like this. I'm going to just punch some holes in here, and I'll apply the brads and flatten those so that I can put them on the card. And I've discovered that my punch really is bad, and I probably should replace it. But in any case, I got the screw brads in there, and now I need to just put a little bit of foam tape on the bottom of the sentiment, because that is the part that's going to sit on the base of the card. But then the top just needs a little bit of glue, because that's going to be lifted and then sit or rest on top of the panel that has the little Weekend Warrior character on it, and that way it'll all be even. At this point, it's ready to finish off. I'm going to put on a few puffy dots. These are from the Fancy Pants company, and it's called Golden Days. That's the name of this particular set of puffy dots, and you'll see them in a second. There they are. I got these from Creative Escape Paper Crafting Company. They came in a kit in April, I believe it was, and I still have quite a few left. So I really like these wood grain puffy dots. Never really seen those before, and they work great, of course, with this Father's Day theme card. And then I'm going to put in a little golden one and another little wood one up here, and then down at the bottom I'm going to apply a gray and a green. It kind of blends with the green base where he's standing, and that'll finish him up. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope I've inspired you to try your own Father's Day cards this year. If you like this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care. I'll see you soon, but until then, keep crafting. Bye.